Okay, so we're into the next game. It's gonna be a human-human between ThorzaiN and Deathnote. And Deathnote starts in the top right. Another human mirror. ThorzaiN was able earlier to defeat Blades. And we've got ThorzaiN in the bottom left. Shout out to Lado, guys, for dropping by and doing some insightful commentary. Letting me say a few words here and there as well. That was very nice of him. Cap. Show him some love, guys. Follow his channel. Drop by. Take your shoes off. Kick your feet up. Whip it out. Whatever it is that he does on his stream. Go and hang out. I do have to breathe every now and then. Yeah. That's the one. So we have an Archmage from both players, obviously. Now the question is on this map, does anybody try to expand? It's not very meta, to be honest. It's very risky to do that. How aggressive do they play? Do they get level 3 before they move across the map? A lot of the time that's what's going to happen. Do we see this camp first? That's always the first big question, because it's between this and this first. Very occasionally you'll see somebody open with the expansion being crept first, but most of the time it's going to be the safe one here. Sometimes it'll be this one. Looks like for Deathnote it's going to be the greedier route. Whereas for ThorzaiN, I wouldn't be surprised if he went for this. I need to figure out the scheduling for the matches next week. I think at least one of them is going to be played in advance. And this time I've told them about the colors. And just making sure there is a spectator in the game, because otherwise the game looks like really bad in my opinion. With the overlay and everything, like having to reveal the whole fog of war. But I'm definitely learning as like a tournament org. And I think it's pretty exciting. Like, it's nice to play games on my stream, and it's definitely the main thing that I do. But I also want to be able to do other things like, you know, creating some content. So in the future, I'm definitely going to want to do some other stuff on the side. Maybe some stuff kind of specifically for YouTube as well. And I'm only getting started with all of that. So I will keep on playing as well later on stream. But I also want to explore like other stuff, like organizing tournaments. I find that kind of rewarding in a way. Like, you spend a lot of time on the project and then you see it unfold. But yeah, ThorzaiN crept the expo first and got a class +9, and now he's applying some pressure with it. Against the Deathnote, who by the look of things kind of got caught off guard. He's fighting both the famous Morlax that he always talks about and ThorzaiN at the same time. And having a class +9 is definitely very nice to do a lot of damage to the opponent's hero. The tech was slightly quicker for ThorzaiN here in this case. I don't know if you want to fight when you have these items, but then again, like, the opponent's right there, it's kind of hard to say, alright, I'm just going to pull back and leave this camp for you. ThorzaiN scouts the tech, the Arcane Tower. And he gets boots. Finally! Somebody that speaks my language. Early game boots, especially with the class +9. Deathnote already got his as well. I think in the future it's not completely outside of the realm of possibility for me to play this kind of tournament if I organize it again. I actually think, like, there's so many solo tournaments that organizing another one-on-one tournament is very unappealing. So I think whenever I organize the next tournament, and it's not really a matter of if, but a matter of when, I will either make it a full 2-on-2 tournament and probably try to make it like more teams and stuff. Or I will do another tag team, in which case if I do another tag team I will probably play as well. But I don't know who I would have for a teammate.
A player's forces are under attack.
So we'll see. I think it'd be fun. And also, considering the level, I probably wouldn't have to play for too long. Probably just lose like first match and then focus on casting for the rest. Okay, these Archmage are going ham, by the way. Yo, Deathnote, you can't stop! He's got class +9, dude. +9. I'm squeezing in some German in my cast. Actually gonna get that. A little bit more XP. And Mount Tanking second from ThorzaiN. Tech's about to finish here for Deathnote. He sells the Scroll of the Beast. No nonsense at all here. Todd plus Lado team for next tournament. Dude, we couldn't even beat the Stream Snipers last time. I remember you sent your Keeper of the Grove into 2 armies. Or was it your Demon Hunter? And then I was like, alright, I'm gonna go play some solo. You think I forgot? I'm like the elephant, Lado. I never forget. 80 Toad and 80 Shore. Yeah, that would be... I loved playing with Shore, actually. It was extremely good. One of the rare few players that I would consider pretty talented.
A player's forces are under attack.
Yeah, I really like playing with Shore. I love playing 2-on-2, I think, during my whole career. Maybe very occasionally there was a few tournaments where I was like, alright, fuck, like I don't want to play, but for most of the time, I definitely keep a very fond memory of the 2-on-2s. Like with Grubby in WC3L, we had like so much success with 2-on-2 in general. Won so many of them. There was like 1 or 2 tournaments where we struggled. I think there was one tournament in New York where we went and we had to play against Moon and Lucifer, I think it was, and they were playing Orc Night Elf, which at the time was like, felt honestly extremely hard to counter. And I remember we lost that and it was kind of sad. Because we played them round 1 and then the other semi was like, I don't remember, maybe Nilknarf and someone and then Axelav Strifeko. So I think Axelav Strifeko went to the finals and then played Moon and Lucifer. So we didn't even make it to the finals. We just met the favorites, lost to them, and then they won the finals. So we just made top 4 in a 4 teams tournament in New York. But other than that, I think it was, in terms of like team leagues and stuff, we always had like pretty good score, pretty good games. And it was fun playing Human Orc. But I know you're probably sick of hearing it at this point, but your twos with Grubby on stream on BNet were also great. Thanks. I enjoyed those as well for sure. So Deathnote is going for the expand, as is ThorzaiN here, like similar timings. We got Archmage 3 and 2, and then Archmage 3 and 2 on the Mount Tanking as well. So it's pretty much a mirror. We did have a Pendant of Energy found by Deathnote, whereas it was a Talisman of Evasion for the Mount Tanking of ThorzaiN. Both have their merits, and we have the exact same spells, by the way. Like, you don't really go Clap in Human because everybody's going Mass Breakers, so Clap would be kind of useless. So you go Stumble Bash. They're clashing in the center. ThorzaiN, having more footmen, is gonna have slightly more initiative. And he actually, oh, he has the invuln here. Nice reach around, by the way. Oh my god. So micro heavy. That Archmage, he could maybe force a TP here. Ooh, I'm surprised he didn't stumble that. Deathnote a little bit hesitant here and tentative. And because he has less footmen, it's actually much harder for him to actually win this fight. Another priest is going to be stumbled there. It feels almost useless here to summon Water Elementals a lot of the time because there's so many priests, but the ones of ThorzaiN in particular don't necessarily have that much mana. They're just kind of trading priests left and right. But ThorzaiN's Mount Tanking is a little closer to level 3 here. So with 1 or 2 more kills, he's gonna get that, and then it's gonna get really scary in terms of nuking anything. Yeah, 1 single unit away from getting level 3 here, and he's gonna go for that one. Try and get a big drop. That footman was sent to its death here. It's kinda lame. And he gets a Belt of Giant Strength, one of the best items, I think, on the Mount Tanking at this stage here. Additional hit points, additional damage. Very nice item to pick up. Blacksmith is on the way for ThorzaiN. We don't have it on the other side yet. ThorzaiN, I gotta say, is so aggressive. If he's even just slightly ahead, if he even has like 2 or 3 units more than you, he'll be attacking you in your face the whole time. Trying to get some more peasants. Get one more. That one did survive here though. Now that guy's He's on a vacation on the other side of the map. Deep behind enemy lines. I'll definitely offer Lado as well to commentate more for this tournament if he wants to drop by. For from the semi-finals onwards. Like, we need to save him for the Night Elf matchups, I think, in particular. Like, those are the ones that he's gonna be not only most passionate, but also most knowledgeable about. Kinda like I am with human. I'll definitely know less about matchups that don't involve a human. I mean, I'm pretty passionate about all of them, obviously, because it's my tournament, but yeah, I'll know more about human matchups every time. When Militia comes in here, it's time to run for Deathnote. Especially with ThorzaiN already being on level 3. I'm surprised Deathnote's being a little stubborn and turning around here. A big bash is gonna land. That's Archmage level 4. 4 and 3 against 3 and 2. Kind of a disaster here for Deathnote. Oh, this guy's back. I'm so surprised to see Militia coming out so often here from ThorzaiN. Like, you would think mining wood is like more important. Next week I'm back to work, and I usually get back from work around 3 PM EST, 9 PM Euro. Yeah, that can work out. If we start at 6 PM, then 3 hours in, usually those matches are not over yet. We're almost 3 hours into this one, and we're in the 4th series, so who knows.
The player's forces are under attack.
He actually sent the footman into the peasant line here to try and deal some damage to these guys, but Deathnote realized, sent some units of his own. The micro is very clean from both players. And with those water elementals clumping up here, they got removed pretty quickly. Militia from Deathnote's side was there. 1-0 attack upgrade is already completed from ThorzaiN. He's not going for the +2 just yet. He actually doesn't have the wood because he used Militia. The Mountain King of Deathnote falls. And that's going to be really bad now. Against the Mountain King of ThorzaiN still being there. And I think, I mean, it's very hard to recover, and he can't really afford, I think, the instant rebuy. He kept on losing peasants at the expo in the meantime. ThorzaiN just masterclass of breaker wars here. And just aggression in general when he's ahead. And it seems like he always gets ahead somehow. Don't ask me how. They had similar units, similar items, similar levels, but he got the best of every exchange there almost. To try and kill some more of these breakers here. It's always so hard to pick exactly what to target, I guess. Like, you have to do it a little bit opportunity stick style, and he gets the Archmage, and with that, that's gonna be game.